13. Devastating secrets that are stealing the strength from your legs after 60. Have you ever wondered why your legs look weaker with each passing day? Have you ever felt that your muscles don't respond as before, even when performing simple everyday activities? What if there were mistakes that you make daily, without even realizing it, that are sabotaging the strength of your legs? The fragility of the legs after the age of 60 is not simply the result of natural aging, as many believe. In fact, there are quiet habits that may be robbing you of your mobility and independence right now. What you discover today could literally change the way you age and move for years to come. Are you making any of these 13 devastating mistakes that geriatric doctors have identified as the main culprits for leg weakness in the elderly? Let's get started. Secret 1. The silent danger of the chair that no one told you about. That comfortable armchair in the living room can be your biggest enemy without you realizing it. Spending more than 4 hours a day sitting increases the risk of muscle atrophy in the legs by 67%. When we sit for long periods, our muscles go into hibernation mode. Blood circulation in the legs decreases dramatically after just 30 minutes in the same position. Muscle metabolism slows down, and the body begins to store fewer proteins essential for strength. Studies from the University of Toronto show that elderly people who spend more than 6 hours a day sitting are 3 times more likely to develop sarcopenia. Inactivity not only weakens your muscles, but literally programs your body to keep losing muscle mass. The signs may be subtle at first: difficulty standing up, fatigue when climbing small steps, or a feeling of heaviness in the legs at the end of the day. Your body is quietly losing the battle as you enjoy that favorite television show. The good news is that getting up for just 5 minutes every hour can reverse much of these negative effects. Short walks around the house, stretching your legs, or simply standing while talking on the phone can make a huge difference. Remember, your body is designed for movement, not to be parked like an automobile in a garage. But what happens when you finally decide to move more? Is any kind of movement enough? Secret 2. The death trap of ignoring strength training. Believing that just light walking is enough to maintain leg strength is a mistake that is costing millions of seniors dearly. Without specific strength training, you lose an average of 8% of muscle mass every decade after age 50. The muscles of the thighs and calves need resistance to maintain their density and functionality. Many elderly people avoid lifting weights for fear of injury, when in fact it is precisely this type of exercise that can prevent them. Geriatric hospitals in the United States report that 72% of falls in the elderly are related to muscle weakness in the legs. Resistance workouts don't necessarily mean noisy gyms or complicated equipment. They can be as simple as getting up from a chair repeatedly. The human body responds to stimuli at any age, and properly challenged muscles become stronger even at age 90. Studies by the National Institute on Aging show that seniors who started strength training gained up to 40% more muscle power in just 6 months. Activities such as supported squats, heel raises, and exercises with elastic bands can transform weak legs into stable structures. Consistency is more important than intensity. 3 20-minute weekly sessions already provide visible results in 6 weeks. But there's one critical factor that can completely sabotage your exercise efforts, no matter how dedicated you are. Secret 3. The dehydration conspiracy that destroys your muscles. Thirst naturally decreases with age, leading many seniors to drink only 50% of the water they really need. Your muscles are made up of approximately 76% water, and even mild dehydration reduces your strength by as much as 14%. Most elderly people confuse the feeling of thirst with other signs, such as tiredness or even hunger. When dehydration becomes chronic, muscle fibers lose elasticity and the ability to contract efficiently. The electrolytes essential for nerve transmission to the muscles become too concentrated, impairing brain-muscle communication. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic have observed that adequately hydrated seniors have 54% fewer episodes of sudden muscle weakness. Water isn't just a component of your body. It's the means by which all the chemical reactions needed to strengthen your muscles take place. Drinking water regularly, even if not thirsty, should be treated with the same seriousness as taking an essential medication. Natural juices, teas, and foods with a high water content such as watermelon and cucumber also contribute to its total hydration. Nocturnal dehydration is particularly dangerous, causing cramps that disrupt restful sleep and further weaken muscles. But even the best hydration in the world won't make up for the next devastating mistake most seniors make on a daily basis. Secret 4. Muscle breakdown caused by a lack of protein. After the age of 60, the body becomes less efficient at processing protein, requiring up to 50% more of this nutrient to maintain the same muscle levels. Many seniors consume only 2/3 of the protein that their leg muscles actually need so they don't weaken. Appetite naturally decreases with age, and protein is often the first to be eliminated from the menu. Without enough amino acids, especially leucine, the body literally begins to cannibalize its own leg muscles for essential nutrients. A study by Tufts University revealed that seniors with high protein intake maintain 41% more muscle mass in their legs over the course of 3 years. Every mouthful you take to your mouth is an opportunity to nourish or weaken your muscles. There's no middle ground in this nutritional equation. Lean sources such as chicken breast, fish, eggs, dairy products, and legumes should be present in all main meals. Geriatric nutrition experts recommend spreading protein intake evenly throughout the day, rather than concentrating it in a single meal. Protein supplements can be important allies when appetite is reduced or chewing becomes a challenge. The combination of proteins with complex carbohydrates after physical activity increases the absorption of amino acids by the leg muscles by 32%. But even with optimal nutrition, there's a fatal mistake that could be happening inside your body without you even knowing it. Secret 5. Why running away from the doctor is destroying your legs. More than 68% of hormonal problems that cause severe muscle weakness in the legs could be easily identified in routine visits. Thyroid problems, undiagnosed diabetes, and severe vitamin deficiencies may be silently weakening your muscles day after day. Most seniors wait for severe pain to seek medical help, when many muscle problems set in without pain in the early stages. Certain medications commonly prescribed for heart conditions and high blood pressure can have the side effect of weakening muscle in the legs. Simple blood tests can reveal deficiencies of vitamin B, vitamin D, or mineral imbalances that directly impair muscle strength. Preventive medicine is not a luxury, but an absolute necessity when it comes to preserving the strength of your legs and your independence. Regular appointments allow for adjustments in medication and early identification of conditions that, treated in time, will not compromise your mobility. Your doctor can recommend personalized strengthening strategies that respect your specific limitations and maximize your strengths. Longitudinal studies show that older adults who have biannual checkups are 73% less likely to develop disabling muscle weakness. Don't let the fear of receiving bad news stop you from seeking the good news that an early diagnosis can provide. But there's a signal that your body may be sending right now, which you're probably interpreting completely wrongly. Secret 6. The red alert of the joints you've been ignoring. Untreated joint pain automatically reduces the use of adjacent muscles, causing disuse atrophy in as little as 3 weeks. Approximately 76% of seniors consider knee, hip, and ankle pain to be normal for age, when in fact they are warning signs that require attention. When you feel pain when moving, you unconsciously alter your gait and posture, overloading muscles that were not designed for that function. Inflamed joints release chemicals that can directly damage the surrounding muscle fibers within a radius of up to 4 centimeters. Untreated osteoarthritis causes muscle loss 3 times faster in the affected legs compared to the side without pain. Pain isn't just an inconvenience. It's your body's sophisticated communication system indicating that something urgently needs attention. Modern treatments for joint pain go far beyond simply masking symptoms and can actually preserve and even regain muscle function. Techniques such as physical therapy, acupuncture, and hydrotherapy can significantly reduce inflammation without the side effects of continuous medications. Each month of joint pain not properly treated represents approximately 2 months of muscle recovery later. Don't let the fear of medical interventions keep you a prisoner of limitations that could be easily circumvented with proper treatment. And while you're preoccupied with major medical problems, you may be overlooking something seemingly simple but devastating. Secret 7. The fatal mistake in your feet that ruins your mobility. 83% of the elderly wear shoes with at least 2 structural problems that directly compromise the stability and strength of the legs. Very soft soles may feel comfortable, but they deprive your feet of the proprioceptive stimuli essential for proper muscle coordination. Shoes with inadequate arch support force your muscles to constantly work to compensate, leading to chronic fatigue and progressive weakness. Each step with improper footwear forces micro-adaptations in your gait that over thousands of daily steps result in severe muscle imbalances. Biomechanics experts at Harvard University have shown that proper footwear increases stability by up to 57% while walking. What you put on your feet isn't a matter of fashion or preference. It's the literal foundation upon which your entire muscular system functions. Senior-specific footwear with progressive density midsoles can reduce leg muscle fatigue by up to 44% after walking. Investing in an anatomically correct pair of shoes can mean the difference between maintaining or losing your independence for years to come. Consulting a podiatrist for a complete evaluation of the feet and personalized recommendation of shoes should be part of the health plan of everyone over the age of 60. Simple adaptations such as specific insoles can compensate for common deformities that rob your legs of stability and strength. But there is one specific nutrient whose deficiency is quietly ravaging the legs of 9 out of 10 seniors. Secret 8. The miracle vitamin your muscles are begging for. Studies reveal that 78% of older adults have insufficient levels of vitamin D, which is essential for normal muscle function in the legs. The absorption of calcium by the muscles, essential for efficient contractions, depends directly on adequate levels of this vitamin in the blood. Vitamin D receptors are present in high concentration in the muscles of the legs, directly affecting their strength and endurance. Researchers at the University of Zurich have shown that seniors with optimal levels of this vitamin have 61% fewer falls related to muscle weakness. Aging skin produces up to 75% less vitamin D when exposed to the sun compared to youthful skin. Deficiency of this vitamin not only causes weakness, but literally shuts down parts of your genetic code related to muscle reconstruction. 15 minutes of daily sun exposure on the arms and legs, preferably in the early morning or late afternoon, can make a substantial difference. Foods such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and mushrooms exposed to the sun are natural sources that should be regularly present in your diet. Supplementation under medical guidance may be necessary, especially for elderly people who live in regions with less sunlight or who spend a lot of time indoors. The benefits of normalizing vitamin D levels can be felt in as little as 3 weeks, with continued strength gains for the next 9 months. But there is an even bigger misconception about physical activity that is literally paralyzing many seniors. Secret 9. The challenge avoidance trap that weakens your legs. Completely avoiding challenging activities, such as climbing stairs or walking on uneven terrain, eliminates stimuli that are essential for maintaining leg strength. The principle of progressive overload works at any age. Muscles that are not regularly challenged simply disappear. Researchers at the University of Manchester have found that seniors who avoid stairs lose 22% more muscle mass in their thighs annually. Your muscles don't know your chronological age. They respond solely to the stimuli they receive, regardless of whether you're 60 or 90. Overprotecting yourself from all physical challenges creates a vicious cycle where the less you do, the less you become able to do. Every step you avoid today is a missed exercise repetition that could be strengthening your legs for tomorrow's challenges. Gradually incorporating small, daily challenges, such as parking a little further away or using stairs instead of elevators to a floor, yields significant gains over time. Supervised balance and coordination programs reduce the fear of falls by up to 82%, allowing for greater confidence to face everyday physical challenges. Senior-specific group activities provide the safe environment needed to challenge your muscles without unnecessary risk. Neuromuscular adaptation to small, regular challenges offers benefits that go far beyond strength, improving reflexes, coordination, and reaction time. And there's another habit that's so common that it's rarely questioned, but it's literally deforming your muscles. Secret 10. The silent killer of his posture that no one mentions. Poor posture when walking or standing reduces the efficiency of your muscles by up to 37%, forcing them to work much harder to accomplish less. Every inch that your head protrudes forward adds approximately 4.5 pounds of tension to your spine and leg stabilizing muscles. Research from the University of Tokyo reveals that seniors with good posture have 64% less lower back pain and 42% more leg strength. The excessive curvature of the spine, known as kyphosis, reduces breathing capacity by up to 30%, depriving your muscles of oxygen during activities. Incorrect movement patterns repeated daily create muscle imbalances that become progressively more difficult to correct as time goes on. Every step you take with improper posture not only reinforces the problem, but literally trains your body for imbalance and weakness. Simple stretching exercises for the pectoral muscles and strengthening the back muscles can visibly improve your posture in just 3 weeks. Postural awareness techniques such as the Feldenkrais method or the Alexander technique offer effective tools for reprogramming dysfunctional movement patterns. Small adjustments in the height of tables, chairs, and the positioning of everyday objects can greatly facilitate the maintenance of a healthier posture. Temporary use of posture correctors under professional guidance can help re-educate weakened muscles while new habits are established. But there is a misconception about physical discomfort that may be completely sabotaging your recovery. Secret 11. The paradox of discomfort that is paralyzing you. Stopping physical activity completely at the first sign of muscle discomfort deprives your muscles of the very stimulus they need to strengthen. There is a critical difference between acute pain that signals injury and the natural discomfort of muscle exertion and adaptation. Confusing the two is devastating to your strength. Studies from Stanford University show that seniors who continue moderate physical activity despite mild discomfort score 120% better on strength tests. The phenomenon known as protective muscle inhibition causes muscles near areas of discomfort to lose strength quickly, even without actual injury. Your brain is wired to protect you from pain, often drastically reducing muscle activation long before any real damage can occur. Controlled discomfort isn't your enemy. It's the sign that positive transformations are taking place in the muscle tissue in your legs. Learning to distinguish between harmful pain and discomfort associated with strengthening is an essential skill that every senior should develop with professional help. Focused breathing techniques and mindfulness can significantly reduce the perception of discomfort during challenging physical activities. Starting gradually and progressing consistently allows your body to adapt to the natural discomfort of exercise without activating excessive protective systems. Proper recovery between activity sessions is just as important as the exercise itself. Muscles grow during rest, not during exertion. But there's an extremely common practice that could be poisoning your muscles right now. Secret 12. The poison of self-medication that eats away at your mobility. Long-term, unsupervised use of anti-inflammatory drugs can reduce the natural ability to repair muscles by up to 49%. Many over-the-counter painkillers mask important signals that your body is sending, allowing minor problems to develop into serious injuries. Certain pain medications, when used continuously, alter muscle metabolism and interfere with the synthesis of proteins essential for strength. Studies from the University of Copenhagen reveal that seniors who use anti-inflammatory drugs regularly for more than 3 months have 27% less strength gains in exercise programs. Addiction to pain medications often leads to the vicious cycle of inactivity and increasing weakness. The weaker you get, the more pain you feel. The pills you take to keep moving can be the very thing that's preventing your muscles from recovering and strengthening. Integrated pain management approaches, combining physical therapy, acupuncture, and relaxation techniques, often produce superior results without side effects. Consulting with a doctor to develop a personalized painkiller taper plan is key to regaining your natural muscle strengthening ability. Natural supplements like turmeric, ginger, and omega-3s can offer anti-inflammatory relief without the same risks as synthetic medications for many people. Pain management techniques such as transcutaneous electrical stimulation and heat-cold therapy can significantly reduce the need for medications in chronic cases. And finally, there is an invisible enemy circulating in your veins that may be sabotaging all your efforts. Secret 13. The invisible enemy in your veins that sabotages your steps. Poor blood circulation in the legs reduces the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the muscles by up to 63%, drastically limiting their strength and endurance. Conditions like chronic venous insufficiency and atherosclerosis may be silently strangling your muscles without any obvious symptoms in the early stages. Researchers at the University of Birmingham have demonstrated that improving blood flow to the legs can increase muscle strength by up to 39% in just 8 weeks. The accumulation of fluids in the lower extremities creates additional pressure on the tissues, making it difficult for nutrients to reach the deeper muscle cells. Approximately 57% of older adults have some degree of circulatory involvement in the legs that has never been diagnosed or treated. Every heartbeat is an opportunity to nourish your muscles, or to deprive them of the essential elements they need to maintain their strength. Specific exercises such as interspersed walks, pedaling on a stationary bike, and ankle flexion movements are particularly effective in stimulating circulation in the legs. Regular elevation of the legs above the level of the heart for 15 minutes, 3 times a day, can significantly reduce swelling and improve blood flow. Medicinal plants such as horse chestnut, ginkgo biloba, and horsetail have demonstrated significant benefits for vascular health in several clinical studies. Graduated compression stockings, when correctly fitted by a professional, can increase venous return by up to 41% during daily activities. It's never too late to reverse this cycle of weakness and regain the strength in your legs, no matter your age or current condition. Remember that every little positive change you implement today accumulates over time, creating amazing improvements in your mobility and independence. Share this knowledge with your friends and family. You may be holding in your hands the key that will free someone you love from unnecessary limitations. The journey to stronger legs starts with being aware of the mistakes you may be making, followed by consistent small actions to correct them. Your body is incredibly resilient and adaptable, responding positively to every healthy choice you make, regardless of your age. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, moving with more confidence, stability, and strength. This vision can become a reality if you apply what you've learned today. Always consult with qualified healthcare professionals before beginning any new exercise or supplementation program, especially if you have pre-existing medical conditions. You deserve to live out your golden years with dignity, independence, and the freedom that only strong, stable legs can provide. Your best version is waiting for you. Just take the first step.